Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, recovering reporter. This is the image that at least I am going to take away, and I think a lot of other people are going to take away. That the image that we're going to remember, whether we like to or not, of Luigi Mangione or Mangione, whichever you prefer, the New York City murderer, the guy who shot in cold blood Mark Thompson on the streets of New York City not that long ago. This is the image. This is the takeaway for me. What is it here? What can we say about this image? Sneering. That's the first word that came to my mind. That's a sneer right there on his face. It's a sneer of a narcissist, I believe. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, but um, I'm just going to say it in my unprofessional opinion, it's a sneer of a narcissist. Look at the way the chin is extended. He believes that what he did was right, and we're going to get to the video of what he said to the media as he was being brought into this facility here. But his head is not hanging down. His chin is jutting out because he's very positive about what he has done, and that the fact that he was arrested was an injustice. But I think we'll see that this guy is a study of contrasts because, I'll get to that in a minute. But the other thing that strikes me is his similarity to Ted Kaczynski, and it's unfortunate that I share the same first name with the Unabomber, but that this guy is the modern iteration of the Unabomber, except that he's sloppy, very, very sloppy, because the Unabomber, unfortunately, was able to maim and kill a number of individuals, whereas this guy only killed one, and you wonder whether he was going to, continue and go on a spree. But he was caught after one because he's sloppy. He's very, very book smart, but he lacks street smarts to keep going. He lacks the street smarts to continue on his rampage. And thank God he was sloppy about the whole thing and got caught after one. It's a shame that he did one at all, murdered somebody in cold blood. But yeah, it's the sneer of a narcissist right here. So anyway, this is the Unabomber, or at least this was the sketch of the Unabomber. And like Luigi Mangione, he tried to disguise himself with the the big sunglasses and the hoodie and all that. So that's the famous sketch of the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski. Here's Mangione, and let's see if we can pump up the volume here. But what he's doing, he's yelling at the media, and yeah, here, let me. Well, for some reason I can't get the. Haha. All right.
And it's completely unjust and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the life experience.
Trying to get all those words in there.
And it's completely unjust and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the life experience.
All right, so we got the words right here. This is completely unjust and is an insult to the intelligence of the American people and their lived experience. Okay. Well, if we go down a little further, there was another clip when he came back out. See if we can get the volume on this.
Hey!
What's happening, Luigi?
Anything to say?
What's going on, Luigi?
Luigi, it's me, Mario.
Okay, that's the one bit of humor out of all this. Hey, it's me, Mario. The Mario brothers. You had Mario and Luigi. So hey, it's me, Mario. Oh God. All right, enough of that. So back to Luigi here. Let's see. This article talks about um, he gave the Unabomber's manifesto 4 stars. He's called him a political revolutionary. But the contrast here is that it's easy to quickly. This is what Luigi wrote. It's easy to quickly and thoughtless. I think he meant thoughtlessly. Write this off as the manifesto of a lunatic in order to avoid facing some of the uncomfortable problems it identifies. Where else did he say? He's a violent individual, rightfully imprisoned. Oh, okay. So wait. So the Unabomber killed because he was protesting capitalism and technology, and so it was okay that he was imprisoned. He should have been imprisoned. But Luigi's got a problem. Luigi's got a problem with he himself being imprisoned for doing something similar, and it's the whole idea of, oh, I'm going to kill this one individual, in the name of whatever, and that way things are going to change. I'm going to kill this one individual. Are you kidding me? No, that is not going to, and that's the narcissism, thinking that his actions are just going to be so grandiose and have such impact that it's going to change the system. No, there's already a replacement for Brian Thompson. He's already been replaced. I feel pretty certain of that because the machine must go on. The company must move forward regardless. Um, so Luigi's impact is restricted in a sense to Brian Thompson and his family and his friends and those who knew him, and that's terrible. But it's not going to have any impact whatsoever on the healthcare industry. That's the disorder that this guy has. Um, okay, here's another thing. People wonder, at least I did, how he was so cold and calculating when he shot the guy. Well, he played an assassin video game with friends. And he's of that age, 26, where he's probably been playing video games ever since he was able to comprehend it. That's just I'm kind of making a little leap there, and I'll say that straight out. But he did have some time playing an assassin video game when he was older. I guess this was at UPenn, which is an Ivy League school. So again, someone who I think, because of what was going on up here, he wasn't able to uh, create the difference between a video game and real life. To him, I don't think that it made much of a difference. And like I said, I'm an amateur here. I'm just making a leap, but that's my theory, is that he was able to be so cold and calculating because he had played all these video games. And I'm not saying everybody who plays video games is a killer, but it was the video games plus he was so book smart plus the narcissism. I think that was the perfect storm there. Here's another article about Luigi, and this one focuses on, let's see here. Well, there was this fake ID from New Jersey, which he still had on his person when police arrested him. Boy, do I hate ads. I have no way of getting rid of that. Um, Ivy League grad with a grudge against the healthcare. Oh, I know why I had this one, because his family, he's railing against capitalism, but capitalism is what made his family rich. Um, so another dichotomy, another contrast, another hypocritical moment in this guy's life. You know, um, yeah, his family had a bunch of I believe it's nursing homes, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and so really, it's like, really, dude, you're gonna rail against that industry, or I guess maybe that's possibly how he became intimate with the healthcare industry, possibly. But really, he's got no leg to stand on there, since his family made money off it, made money off of people. Um, so he can be, he has this rich, his family's rich, and yet he's railing against capitalism. Come on, dude. Come on. That's how you got to where you are in life. There's a Unabomber's brother speaking about mental illness. Well, all right, let's move on from there. Here's the Unabomber shack. So the Unabomber withdrew from society. Luigi did the same thing. For 3 months, nobody knew where the hell the guy was. He removed himself from his family and his friends. I don't know if they know, or authorities might know where he ended up, but he removed himself from society, similar to the Unabomber. And now we have the kind of the latest is, and this is just another aspect of his narcissism. Plans to plead not guilty and even to fight extradition to New York. So they arrested him in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Oh, and by the way, real tough guy here. He was shaking in his shoes when police grabbed him. You know, shaking like a little kid. Tough guy on when he steps out from the shadows and shoots a guy in the back. But when police arrest him, he's shaking like a little baby. But he's I guess he wants to stay in Altoona. Doesn't want to go to New York. He thinks that's the answer. I mean, eventually, dude, you're going to be brought to the place where you committed the crime, New York City. It's only a matter of time. Like you're going to drag things out. Well, guess what? You're still going to be in prison. It's not as though by staying in Altoona you think you're going to get out. You're not. You're not going to get out. A judge in at least the magisterial level, which is where he is right now. He hasn't gone to county court yet. A judge at the magisterial level in Pennsylvania cannot, if an individual is charged with homicide, cannot give bail. So you're going to have to. There's a whole process that you're going to have to go through if you're going to try to get bail, and I guess that's what he's going to try to do. But I don't think he's going to be successful based on the evidence that they have. This mountain of evidence. Like I said, he was sloppy. He left a clear trail all the way from I guess he came from Atlanta. He took a bus from Atlanta to New York. They know where he stayed in New York. They found the backpack. They've got video surveillance of the guy, photos of the guy. They tracked him to Altoona. They arrested him in Altoona. So the guy's really sloppy. And this is just another aspect of his narcissism. Well, I'm going to fight extradition in New York. So you're going to stay in Altoona in hopes of getting bail. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think you're going to get bail. You're just dragging out the inevitable. Why don't you just accept it, be a man, and move on? But he's a pussy, and he's going to shake like a leaf when the cops get him. And then look at him sticking his chin out here again. Okay, buddy. Okay, but yeah. This it's a whole perfect storm for this kid. Very, very book smart. And living in the lap of luxury, and just squandered it all. Something crept into his brain, unfortunately, and scrambled it. And this is the result. This is the result. But yeah, he is the like I said, back to my original statement. He's the modern iteration of the Unabomber. In many ways, but a sloppy one, and thank God he was a sloppy one, and they caught him after one homicide, one murder. It's a shame that it came to that at all. It's a shame that I don't know. In some way they couldn't have detected him beforehand, but the guy was underground for a while, and then popped up to shoot somebody in the back. So there you go. That's my amateur, unprofessional theories about this guy, and let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, and I'll talk to you later.